Hello lawn mowing people. Today I'm going to talk about the best accounting software that you can use for your lawn mowing business. I'm going to tell you about some free software at the end of the video that you can use for your business and save yourself a ton of money. And I'm going to tell you why accounting software is a must for your lawn mowing business. So why do you need accounting software? Now I know that most lawn mowing guys would rather be out in the field earning money than sitting behind a desk working out how much tax they need to pay and who owes them what. And if you've ever heard about the guy that has his box full of receipts, he takes them to his accountant at the end of the year and throws them on the table and says to the accountant, can you sort this out? There's actually people who do this, and they end up paying top dollar to have their accountants go and have to sort out all these pieces of paper for them and get their accounts in order for the end of the year. And another issue that sometimes arises is when the business owner loses track of who's paid them and who hasn't. I was actually working with a guy last year, and he had a customer that hadn't even paid him for 3 months, and he wasn't even aware of it. So this kind of thing can hurt your business, and you really need to know what's happening in your business right from the very start. And you don't have to spend a ton of money on this. As I said, I'll show you some software later on that's free, and that'll keep track of everything you need to know. Now, having an accounting package at the beginning does save a lot of hassles down the line, and it helps your business come across as being more professional. So how can accounting software help you run your business better? Now, data entry might be a pain if you run a small business, but you're going to have to do it. But if you get accounting software and you get your accountant to show you how he wants it set up, then you can make life a lot easier for everybody, and you can reduce your accounting fees. Now here's some things that accounting software will help with. So things such as late payment reminders. It's going to tell you when your customers owe you money. It's going to automatically remind them. You can set reminders so it'll remind them like 3 days after the invoice is gone or 7 days after the invoice is gone. It's going to help you keep up to date with all your tax obligations. It's going to help you with budgeting and seeing when money needs to come in and when it's going out. It'll also help you get loans if you need loans, because rather than sitting there and trawling through a whole lot of bank statements, you'll be able to just do a printout of what your business has been doing. It'll help you if you're selling your business, because people like to see good records, and you'll get more money for your business. It'll automate some of your tasks, so you can set that if invoice has BP written on it, it'll pull it down as a fuel cost and things like that. It'll also reduce the amount of errors that you have, because it runs a balance system, which means that each debit has to equal a credit, so the books need to balance. And if you have a rogue payment in there, it'll help you pick that up. Now you can also use an accounting package to help you with cash flow. As I said earlier, it's great for budgeting, and it'll help you with working out things like when you're paying your suppliers. It'll work out how regularly you're paying your suppliers. It can even forecast payments in the future. It'll help you get through winter, especially if you're in an area where you have to close down for winter. We're lucky in this side of the world because we operate all year round, but some people have to shut their shop doors for a few months over winter, and this will help you figure out whether you've got enough money to get through that. It'll also help you know when you need equipment and if you can afford to buy it, which is a really handy thing to know. As I said before, it'll help you have your tax money ready when it's needed, and also it'll help you keep an eye on people that owe you money. Now, accounting tools that can come with the package, and they all come with the package that I'm going to talk about later on. There's things like purchase order tracking, so it'll tell you what you've bought and when. It'll keep track of inventory. Now this is only really going to be relevant for you if you're doing things like if you're doing landscaping and fertilization and mulching and things like that. For your basic lawn mowing business, like the kind of business I run, we don't carry any inventory at all. So this is dependent on the kind of lawn mowing business you're running. It'll help you do your costing on jobs, and also if you're lucky, your accounting software will have some kind of customer relationship management system in there, which is called a CRM, and it'll help you keep track of when you touch base with your customers and when you talk to them last. And this is really, really handy because when you're talking to a customer, you've got your finger on the pulse. Now, it's also going to help you prepare financial reports. And as I said before, you're going to have your finger on the pulse of the business. And some of the reports that you'll really want to pay attention to is your profit and loss, your aging accounts. Now, this is really, really important because what I like to do is I like to say that at any one time I don't like to be owed any more than 1 week's worth of turnover. And if you see that number creeping up, you'll know that people are starting to take longer to pay you. And this is when you can chase up your debitors and sort out ways that they can pay you quicker and make sure that you've got more money coming in. It helps with inventory. Again, not something that we do, but something that some businesses do, and forecasting, which is great. You can print yourself out a financial report and work out whether you've got enough money to see you through, or whether you're going to have to borrow money, or what you're going to need to do. Now, another thing is there's two different kinds of accounting software. There's cloud-based and there's desktop. I've used both, and I can't actually think of a good reason for going with desktop only. Over the years, more and more going cloud-based anyway, and these are the pros and cons as I see them. The only real pro with desktop is it tends to be one payment. So you make one payment and then you haven't got a subscription, and that can save you a lot of money. But the problem is that you usually have to pay for the updates, and this kind of business model, sometimes you can get some software that's not updated as often as you want. Another problem with it is that if you're changing computers, it's normally a massive job because sometimes you can only operate one license at a time, and as I said before, updating can be erratic. Now, the next is cloud-based. This is what I prefer, and this can be used anywhere on any machine. It can be updated in the field. You can generate an invoice on the spot, and you automatically get all updates. The cons is that they all run on a subscription model, so you can't get it any other way. Now, accounting platforms. These are the platforms that I know about. I'm sure there's others around. And this isn't in any particular order, so this isn't what I'm recommending in this order or anything like that. This is just basically as I thought about them. Wave is great. It's free software, but it's only limited to certain countries. I think at the moment it's only running in America and Canada. Xero is fantastic. That's worldwide. It is a little bit pricey, but it's great software, and it was made here in New Zealand, so it's New Zealand's export to the world, and we're proud of that. And then you've got FreshBooks. I don't know a lot about FreshBooks. I don't know a lot about QuickBooks. I have heard that QuickBooks actually synchronizes with some lawn mowing software, and I'm not sure about any of the others. I think Xero might, but you'd have to check that out for yourself. And the thing is, this is changing all the time anyway, so this is the kind of thing that you should research before you go ahead if that is a deal killer for you. And then there's Zoho. Now, Zoho is the one that I recommend, and this is Zoho here. And this is great software. This keeps track of absolutely everything. You can upload your bank statements to it. You can do receivables, payables, inventory, banking, time tracking. And the thing is the great thing about it is that when you start off, if you're doing under 50,000 per year, it's free. And so it's a great thing to start your business with. And even if you move to the standard plan, I mean, $180 a year for accounting software is not bad at all. And so this is my recommendation. You can actually, if you just wanted to do invoicing, they do actually have some invoicing software as well. And this invoicing software is completely free. So if you go to finance, go down here, go to invoice, and you can just run your invoices with this, and this is free, and this is absolutely great. So that's the thing that you could look at. As I said, there's a lot of different software around, and by all means check them out, but keep in mind that if you do want to get your lawn mowing software at a later date, check out whether they're compatible or not. And if you want compatibility, you're usually better off going with the larger businesses rather than the small ones. Personally, if I was starting a business tomorrow, I'd probably start with Wave or Zoho, and I'd start with them because they're free, and then I'd just see how it goes as my business grows. And of course, if you want to learn how to build your lawn mowing business, make more money without working any harder, you can join the Lawn Mowing 101 membership. The link will be in the comments below, and we now have a 7-day free trial, so go ahead and try that out. And just remember, get out there, mow lawns, have fun, and happy lawn mowing, people.